No stream yesterday. I was just really tired. I really gotta rethink my schedule. Every week or so, there's like a day that I'm just like, oh. But you know what I mean. Hey, girl on the internet, how you doing as well? Welcome. Always a pleasure having you guys here. How's everyone doing today? Oh, we're having a good one. Welcome. But yeah, today we're playing a Chinese indie novel. I'm not even sure what it's about, cause I mean, check it out. Like, it is like, it's got a beautiful artwork, like genuinely, like very beautiful, very, very furry. It is very furry, but it is gorgeous actually, and it is got a, I think somebody like handling translation, but I couldn't tell what it's all about, so I guess we're going in blind. It looks very pretty, so I was like, all right, I'm down to check it out. I'm down for a wild card. I also gotta say, there's like a CJ mod for the horse girl anime that I thought was really funny. I thought it would be really funny to play. I'm not gonna play it because I'm not playing another gacha game, even for the memes, unless like people can put, like, even then I think I'm not playing it because like I don't want to pull for gacha games. I already have 11D space. That's one gacha game. I'm not playing more. I just want to say that is a really funny thumbnail. That's a really funny thumbnail. I would just like to like register this like really funny thumbnail that I made, but yeah, probably not gonna be doing that. Hey Jania, hey Brandy, Shaki, how you doing as well? Katie, how you doing, princess? Just wanted to drop by and say hi. Do stick around as long as you can, princess. If you can leave the lurk, it does help me support. Again, how you doing? I do hope you can leave the stream open if you can't stick around for too long. If you can, I'll appreciate it, you know? Just supports me. But yeah, how's everyone doing though? But yeah, that's the kind of what we're doing today. We're playing a very interesting indie game, I think. Certainly nothing that I haven't seen before. Hey Mel, hey girl on the internet, how you doing as well? Reiko, glad to have you back, my friend. Glad to have you back, seeing you another day. How you doing? Of course, CJ's gold ship. Dude, this really makes me resent Love and D Space, you know what I mean? This really makes me resent Love and D Space. We could have had CJ Zane. I'm just saying. We could have had him. We could have had CJ Zane if only Love and D Space was a PC game. I'm just so upset right now. I am so upset right now. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Info is like, we're not putting out games on PC. I've been around a bit entertaining my nephews, but flew home. Now I missed them. Oh, I'm glad to have you back. Oh, but I can keep you company. Hey Brandy, how you doing as well? Hello Kagome. But yeah, I just listen. I'm not joking when I tell you I downloaded Asset Studio and a bunch of like decompilers of Unity just so I could try and mod myself and like do like a VTuber mod pack for the horse scale anime. I'm so for real with you when I'm saying this, but unfortunately, I think that's like a little bit above my pay grade, because like it would require me like studying documentation, which I do, but it like you gotta like decipher shit unless it's like a really like already like pretty modded game. You just have to like go into the files and see like what do the numbers change and what are the models and how do they work, and like that's a bit above my pay grade. Hey Axel, how you doing as well? But yeah, but I really, if somebody can do like a mod and like explain me how to do those things, then I think it would be kind of quite fun. You know what I mean? Then I think it would be quite fun. How you guys doing though? Hey Kaiten, how you doing as well? You guys excited for today? How's your week going so far? It's actually a holiday, city holiday for me. Unfortunately, I don't get holidays. I gotta work every day, so sucks to suck. You know what I mean? Like, there's still gonna be videos. If I don't do it, who's gonna, right? Like, I gotta write the scripts, I gotta write videos, I gotta make content. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I could stop. Like, just holidays is just another day for me. But it is nice to have my family home in that sense. It is nice to have my family home. You know what I mean? Am I the only one seeing weird rankings next to the chat names? It is a new YouTube thing. So the more you talk in the YouTube chat, you can get now experience. And this is a new thing. We're just getting started, but like, this is the new thing on YouTube. They have like this like experience thing. And what it does is it has like a little like ranking. So the more you engage, the more you like You know what I mean? I don't know if it's the same way with like Twitch. I think it works the same with like channel points on Twitch. So I think like people were asking that before, it didn't have like a lot of engagement stuff with YouTube. So I think they're like trying to catch up in that sense. I don't know how it like works with like, I know definitely for a fact that if you talk more, you get more experience. However, I don't know if there's like a bits thing or like anything of the sort with like super chats, that kind of stuff. But it is a new thing. I don't know how much it works yet. I mean, I can look it up. I can look it up right now if you tell me. Places for fans to send out in the community. Top 3 gets special badges. You get to, here's how you get onto the leaderboard. You send live messages and super chats. Yeah, so it's pretty much just exactly like Twitch bits. You just talk in the chat and then donations also help, but like, you know, you don't have to. I mean, unless you gotta, but you know, you don't have to. Hey, this is Baron, how you doing as well? Welcome. Oh yeah, my entire family was in love with the bird and the tiger. What the fuck is YouTube trying to do with that? I think it's just fun. It's just silly. Something that I have been telling people about is that I think YouTube streaming lacks fun stuff. Like Twitch will have the bits, the toggles, the channel point redeems. Those things don't do anything unless, you know, you build it with the community. But they have the capability to do fun stuff with that. And I think like YouTube really was lacking. I'm glad that they're walking onto this direction because I think it's fun. You know what I mean? Like you can have like people can compete and like do like who's the most active and like, you know, try to fight for first place all the time. Hey Lucy, my first time joining. Hell yeah, glad to have you here. You're joining on the furry game today. This is a Chinese furry game that we're gonna be playing. A coronet of the Sagacious Lord. We're gonna have to see how the I just saw the artwork and I thought it was gorgeous and I was like, all right, bet. And you know what I mean? I don't know much about anything from that. Fully recommend K-pop Demon Hunters. I think it was like a pretty good game. Definitely like a pretty good game, good movie. I think it was like a pretty okay movie. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's fun. Got its good moments, good music. You know what I mean? Just a Netflix like standard quality. I think Netflix has definitely established themselves as like, dude, something that I find very funny is like YouTube keeps doing this because I know there's people in the chat. There's like, what, like 6-7 people in the chat? And YouTube keeps saying there's 0, and it just makes me feel like I'm going crazy. This is like, it's so unreliable, the current viewers of the YouTube chat. It's so fucking funny. Because I know for a fact there's 7 people. I mean, I'm not going crazy. Jania and Sharky and Kayla, they're all talking in the chat. But it's so unreliable that it just makes me feel like I'm talking to myself and going crazy. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Hey, Buzz Love Reader. How you doing as well? I think you're going to be in luck today. I think that is a BL story. It just looks like the artwork. I'm not like trying to like say anything because it might not be a BL. But this kind of character... Listen, I can kind of smell it. I think it might be a BL story. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that it is. It definitely looks like the artist is at least like very aware with drawing Bara. At least I will say that. If anything, that artist definitely has drawn Bara before in their life. Just saying. That is my opinion. To be fair, you know, it's translation stuff. It is nice that it is in English though. It sure looks like BL. It looks like BL, I'm just saying. It may not be, but sure looks like it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that it is because I don't want to like promise stuff and then like don't know. There was not like any. I'm literally going in blind, so I just saw the pretty artwork, and that is not safe for work because it might have been not safe for work. Sometimes on itch.io there's some games that are not safe for work. This is not one of them. Thank God. Thank God. But yeah, the art really is gorgeous. Hell yeah, it really is. Although the resolution seems to be having some issues, at least on my screen. I think this game is 1080p. It's not very scalable, it seems. Well, but yeah. Hey Rosie, how you doing as well? You should ignore those videos. They're not accurate. What accurate? Does somebody say BL? I mean, I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it is. I don't wanna promise, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because I mean, sure looks like it. Come on. Would you look at this? Come on, you're telling me that this artist has never drawn BL before? I'm not saying the story is. The story could be BL, but I can't tell if it is because I've never played it. What do you guys do? Take an apple slice. You guys want to get right into it? Let's get right into it. Let's not waste any more time. Is it music? It is music. I wonder if I should. I'm gonna do something. Because I'm not sure if these guys have taken care of, like, copyright. And I don't want to get the video copyright struck, so I'm going to leave my own music. Just, like, I know it's not ideal, but I don't trust it. Some indie novels don't licensing things properly. And then, like, I get copyright struck on the video for YouTube. Furries do pay a lot in commissions. I mean, this artwork really is pretty. The resolution is not helping, because I think this is 1080p. But it really is pretty. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it, shall we? Need rain here? So friggin' not. No, yeah. I'll take an apple slice. Low BL is boy love, but my brain keeps going to broad lift. No, that's BBL. That's different. That's different, for sure. No? Do I gotta click something? Hello? Game? Game. My game seems to not be responding. Oh. Game. This is a visual novel. This is not loading. I think it is just having some issues. Game. Game, please respond. Game. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I think it might have had some issues. That's okay. Listen, nobody's perfect. Sometimes these kinds of things just happen. You know, like nobody's perfect. That's okay. You know, like you don't have to worry about that too much. Game got insulted on my BBL but live. That's just Miss Boy's life. I don't know. It is a drama. But you know, can't really tell if it is. It's definitely furry as well. So you know, if you like them furries, you would be. I also find it very funny because Nyla keeps fucking buying me furry games. Like it's the like cheap ones that she does just to like troll me, right? And she'll be like, is it worth it though? Yes, just to have it. The only person I think in my Steam library that whenever I see like with like a really sussy furry game and I don't think it like they got it as a joke is Nova. That's like the only one that I see that I'm like, oh, they probably were just playing that in their off time. Hey, Aichi, I have no energy today. Well, I'm glad you're here today. We can relax together. You know? It is nice to have you here as well. How are you doing now? Okay, adjust equipment, English. All right. Is it going to work now? Okay, game. Is it going to work now? Come on. There you go. Okay. All right, there you go. I see. Just as I expected. Although this isn't the optimal solution. You'll still choose this path, won't you? Interesting. Well then, since we have more time, since we still have time left, one last question. Come on, gather your strength. Just hold on a little longer. Oh, what's that? Excellent. To keep my promise as an atonement to you, I can grant you one wish. But before that, a few simple rules. No alteration of life and death. No modification of wills and minds. No reversing of cause and effect. Oh, what can we do then? Feels like that covers a lot of stuff. Hey Shiro, how you doing as well? Hey Shiny, how you doing as well? Took one course in German high school during my last year. I was already been accepted in uni. I didn't make much of an effort. Oh, yeah. Where the fuck is Venom? Where is Venom? Where are they? Usually they would be here by now. Otherwise, no one, not even me, your teacher, can resolve those big troubles that await you as consequences. Right. Given who you are, you won't do that for sure. Am I right? After all, you're always my best and brightest pupil. I have a careful consideration. Time isn't a concern. I've created a space for you to ponder. Oh. Although, who is this? Goddamn. Seems powerful. So think wisely. Oh? We were translate was super new. The teacher didn't know how to use it. I don't know if you're like a black sheep. I don't understand gems. I'm practicing. As expected. That's the thing that's weighing on you the most. I understand. Let's carry all of you. All the cheers and tears. All the memories and hopes. All the past and future. Let them become the treasure you keep deep inside that story. The wish you leave on that stage. You still remember its name, don't you? Oh? Do we? I close my eyes and give a slight nod. The red figure holding an umbrella smiles. And like the narrator of a play I have become used to the hearing, he begins to recite that somewhat cliched setting. And that magnificent, enchanted crown is a treasure sung of in tales since time immemorial. Relics of heroes of old, emblem of a glorious lore. Jewel-granting wishes to those who hold. Treasures fulfilling desires of those who explore. That is... Oh? The kernel of the sagacious lord, a white wolf. Wait, are we in high school? Why is every visual novel in high school, dude? Is it because of the assets? Hey, Adabine, let's have you here. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're not busy. How you doing, Haru? How's that? How's that? Doesn't sound very in the mode? A mysterious hero of unknown origins and a legendary treasure that grants wishes. This isn't exactly the kind of show that will blow up at the provincial theater. And then the name of the Kyoto Town Second High School Drama Club was spread from Kyoto Town to Changmu City. From the Changmu City to the Balin Province. And then from the Balin Province to... hold on. Wait, we're a tiger. Yeah, that's me. Yes? I rub the back of my neck with a sigh, and the ache pops up again. Wait a moment. Let me work it out. The previous energetic white wolf settles back into the seat across from me with an exaggerated, well-behaved expression. All right. Take your time. This guy. He always gets carried away when sharing his brilliant ideas. This is why I want to write a comic book where a 40-year-old suddenly develops superpowers and has to train with the young teens. That is very funny. That sounds like a very funny concept. I do have a secret visual novel story that I am writing. You guys know that, right? I am developing them. I love them, tigers. Back on track first, and let me settle the account. Considering we're about to perform in the provincial capital's Grand Theater in front of thousands of peers of much older officials. Seriously, are you really sure they'll like a 10-year-old hot-blooded comic-based drama? Probably not, but I do. I like the confidence. A treasure that grants any wishes. Just hearing about it sounds incredible, doesn't it? Wouldn't you be curious about what kinds of wishes people would make if such a treasure really existed? How could I possibly know? You really are... Not to be such a killjoy. Just brainstorm. Come on. You definitely understand how important this performance is. As our director, could you at least pretend to take it seriously? Yes, Mr. President. But I am serious. I think the setting is fantastic. Why do you always assume that I'm joking? I don't know. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Sabrina. How you guys doing as well? I think a bug flew at me. I have a secret novel that I'm writing, tells it to the world. Well, I'm telling that I have a secret novel. I'm not saying what it is about. I don't think it's gonna spoil you telling what I'm doing. I'm telling that I'm writing it. You have no idea what it's gonna be about. I think you should blame it on yourself. In all the years I've known you, you've always devoted yourself to those half-baked ideas immediately. You've gotten even worse since we started dating last year. Oh, it is BL! I fucking knew it, dude. I fucking knew it. I could smell it from the artwork. I don't need to understand Chinese. I saw that wall of text in Chinese. I saw the artwork and I immediately clocked it. It's furry BL. Okay. Dude, I'm so terminally fucking online. Because I saw that wall of Chinese text. I looked at one time at the artwork and I was like, this is BL. I know it. Okay. All right. Oh, right. Brief introduction. My name is Kyun Lukai, a second-year student at Kyoe Town Second High School, and also the president of the drama club. And this disaster in front of me, that's Ji Yi, the director of the drama club. Regrettably, also my boyfriend. He's like, I hate this. I hate that I love this dumbass. That sounds about right. I hate that I love this dumbass. The club was founded by the two of us, plus 3 other friends since primary school. Actually, this dumbass is nagging. We all ended up at Kyoe Town Second High School and took over the near-defunct drama club, just before it was to be scrapped for the lack of newcomers. Speaking of others, by the way, apart from this wish-granting crown, have you ever thought of anything else? Not yet. Hey Melody, hey Lena, how you doing as well? Is the bug crawling towards me? Help. I hate bugs. That's so unfortunate. What is a Teen Wolf? He's in the game alpha or beta? No, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. No plots, no scripts, not even like what this crown looks like. Just it grant wishes. Pretty much. So done with you. Don't tell me you plan to dump this entire mess on our brilliant novelist Jung Boldao slap. Even if he's the one who always handles the scripts, you should at least give him a theme to work with. There are a ton of scripts that can match the setting. Like fantasy, adventures, mystery investigations, maybe even sci-fi. When the time comes, we can always gather the lads and discuss this over. Believe me, at least young Liao Liao will dig this setting. I won't say anything because you two dogs are just birds of a feather. At least it sounds like there's no overly demanding characters to act out the setting. I believe our action director can handle this. Yeah. This crown just sounds like an engineering nightmare. About our proper expert, Luo, will attest. Last year, you already pissed him off thanks to your last second change. And if that happens again this year, got any actual plans to convince him? Plans? Well, about that. I'll massage my temples with a sigh. This guy really is. You still read chat? Yes, although I do prefer that people come over to YouTube if they're watching this on TikTok. Or Twitch, Twitch or YouTube, whichever one you prefer. As usual, this unreliable idiot hasn't thought of anything through yet. Oh no, he isn't. I really thought the tiger was going to be the himbo, but no, he is the himbo. That's hilarious. Oh dear. Oh no. He noses my cheek with his snout and affectionately calling me Boss Kyan. I shove his head away and pinch his cheek. Business first. Save those kisses for later. Aw, they're so gay for each other. Okay, Mr. Kyan Lukai. I mean, the preparation of our last production was just as unsystematic as this one. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Felix. How you doing as well, Z? I love your voice. Thank you. Do appreciate that. If you don't want to miss out, if you're watching this on TikTok, you don't want to miss out. I post videos on YouTube, shorts, a lot of stuff. So if you don't want to miss any more content, TikTok sometimes doesn't show up as much. So greatly appreciate if you come follow me. Hey, Velia. Hey, Nova. Sorry I'm late. Was having tech issues. No worry. You play the tiger, an adorable himbo. No, but I really thought the tiger was going to be the himbo. It turns out the twink wolf is going to be the himbo. Nevertheless, we eventually put on a fantastic audience. A fantastic audience loved it, and we had fun. Even you who used to be reluctant stood on the stage for the first time and enjoyed it. By the way, this is a Chinese game, so this is a Chinese game, so the translation is like still in development. Don't be too hard on it. If there's some sentence that looks weird, it's because it's a Chinese game. You know what I mean? It's an indie Chinese game. I'm surprised there is an English version. You know what I mean? Is this actually BL? Yep, these two are boyfriends. Yes, this is BL. This is Boys Love. I kind of smelled it from the artwork, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to promise. But yes, this is BL. This is Boys Love. These two are boyfriends. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to skip it. No. Okay. You can say that again. I just wish you wouldn't drop these last-minute brilliant ideas on others, expecting someone to clean up the mess. Honestly, if we weren't so close, you would have been torn to shreds by now. And one more thing. What? The white wolf gawks at me with curious eyes. I scratch the back of my head with a shy pout on my face and then meet his eyes. Are you assuming that I'll perform again this year? I think I made it clear about how exhausting last year's performance was. First of all, we're second-year students now, and third years aren't allowed to join club activities. So this summer's performance will be our drama club's final act. Don't you think that the memorable final performance wouldn't be complete without our dear president? Alright, point taken. Kendrick can smell the BL. I'm so online, I can 100% smell the BL. Hey, let's see what life is. Love your voice. Can you say hi in a deep voice? I mean, how do you want me to say? Yeah. Can sense it, not smell it? No, I can smell it. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm just an expression. All right. And if I'm correct, this year's marks the drama club's 10th anniversary. We've known each other for over a decade as well, right? With so many good things happening, it would be rude for me not to join. Aw. Okay, we're not. I thought we were gonna be like those annoying tsundere characters, but no, it seems that we are just like kind of sassy. Okay. I can smell the game. Oh yeah, we met in Y1, which means we've known each other for at least 10 years now. How on earth could we forget to plan something special to celebrate back then? Such a waste. After all, everyone was busy at the start of the term. So there was no time for anything flashy. But now, we'll make up for it. Speaking of which, what is this noise? You hear it? There's like a little bit of a static noise. Speaking of which, where are the others? Need to have a proper discussion for something important. No ideas, but it's still early. Can't blame them for not being here, right? Yeah, right? My God. How could they stay up that late again? Huh? Nothing. Let's discuss it later when they arrive. So I can't meet up with the others right now, but if I spend all my time with my dear boss Kyan, I'd love that. Your words sound a bit strange. I mean, we meet almost every day, don't we? Not to mention those alone moments between you and me. It's not the same anymore. Not the same? Nothing. I said it's nothing. Oh, I smell the drama. I smell some drama as well. He shows off his usual carefree grin, sticking his tongue out at me like always. But I can still catch that faint shadow in his eyes. You're not your usual self today. Did something happen? Come on, we're a couple. What can be shared with me, your boyfriend? Well, fair. Since they're not here, I guess it's okay to tell Boss Kyan. So what's going on? Nothing special, just nervous, I guess. Just like the feeling you inevitably get before starting something you've prepared for a long time, you know? The same feeling our last performance as the city center last year? More or less. You're getting nervous about that? Unbelievable. I remember you looked so nonchalant back then. I said this time is different. This is our last show. There are more things that we need to deal with than just performance. And no matter how, I have to take the full responsibility for our next performance. Whatever the theme we choose, whoever takes the lead. I want everyone on the stage to get what they've been looking for. It was like getting the so-called coronet of the sagacious lord. Yes. Just like getting the so-called coronet of the sagacious lord. Hey Ivory, how you doing as well? Welcome. Okay, 8,000. And just knows doesn't pick up things like food or water as it picks up the gate and the drama. I mean, I read a lot of stories, so I'm kind of really used to tropes and styling. It's like sometimes when I'm watching like a B tier movie with Nyla, I'll like start like calling things. Like more than once, I've like called like lines before they happen, and Nyla loses it every time that I do it. You know what I mean? I see. I heard that too. He's a gamer. That sounds really weird when you say that. Hey, American Gooper, how you doing as well? By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like as well. Leaving likes helps us show more on the front page. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd greatly appreciate if you can drop a like. Or if you're on Twitch and you want to drop by on YouTube, leave a like and then go. You can do that as well. But if you are on YouTube, I do appreciate if you can leave a like. You know what I mean? It taps the desk aimlessly with his claws, creating some disorganized noises. I know. When he gets nervous, he tends to fidget like that. Reaching out, I wrap his restless hands. Huh? Relax. Relax. Promise not to worry unnecessarily, okay? After all, this isn't the first time we've dealt with your wild ideas. Although the process might involve some arguments and dissatisfaction, the final outcome is always satisfying, isn't it? Everyone enjoys it. When you put your mind to do something, nothing can stop you. Am I right? Dear top of the year? Yeah, you're right. I'm much more comfortable now. Thanks, dear. Glad to hear that. Speaking of performance, I should be the one worried, right? Why am I comforting you about the show? What could make our dear boss Kian worried? Don't tell me you still don't know I have a lack of interest in going to stage. It's always impossible for me to get into character and stay calm on the stage. If I hadn't dragged me up last time, I would have stayed away. You're the genius director, Lulu's is the prop expert, Jiang Bulao. Comes up with astonishing scripts, and young Liao Liao was born with acting in his blood thanks to his father. Like you guys, I know nothing. I just think it's better for me to be your audience, sitting on the stage and watching your performances. Don't say that. You did a fantastic job last year. Merely because I was lucky enough to find a suitable character. I know my potential better than anyone. I was really afraid I'd ruin everything that time. Thank God I didn't. Got jump scared by commercial ads? Sometimes that happens, yes. You know what I mean? I don't know, does the YouTube subscription takes away the ads? It's like something that I'm curious about. The subscribing on YouTube like takes away the ads the same way that Twitch does? Or I'm not like too sure. Hey Alina, how you doing as well? Hey Strawberry. Hey Bon After Hours, how you doing as well? Thanks so much for the follows. Not at all, besides. Even if you had, no one would hold that against you. But I would. Now the stage is full of unexpected accidents. Even though the next step is uncertain, we must grit our teeth and keep acting. Just like life. Why suddenly say something so serious? Who knows? Maybe I'm just spontaneous inspirations. With a loud screech of the chair against the floor, G stands up. I look up at the white werewolf and the handsome guy who's half a head taller than me. The sunlight streaming through the windows obscures his face. He walks towards me slowly, then leans down, wrapping his arms around me in a gentle, comfortable hug. My dearest. My dearest Kian Lukai. I know even though your next show is full of uncertainties and tragedies, you will step onto the stage for everyone, for me. Sorry for involving you. But soon it will all come to an end. And at that time, I promise... Oh. And move on with your life, okay? What are you talking about? How could I... Tears suddenly blur my vision. Strange. What? Why am I... It's time for me to leave. The familiar scent of the white wolf fades as he moves away, leaving me with only a suffocating unease. He looks out the door. And slowly yet firmly, the white wolf walks towards that end, step by step. Wait! I push my hands against the desk, trying my hardest to stand up and catch to him. But I fail, an irresistible force pins me to the chair, and I struggle in vain. Oh? All the drama. All the drama. The white werewolf turns his head, his face illuminated by the blinding outside light. All I hear from him is his painfully forced smile, mingled with complex emotions. The next act is ready. No matter what, we must move on. I'm sorry, but soon everything will be better. And our next, we meet. Oh? Some misremembrance. Wait! Oh? I love the song is like kind of matching up, even though it's not this proper song. Oh? Gee! A jolt of cold sweat drips down my back as I wake up. Guess the bedsheet is all soaked up all through by now. I sit up taking deep breaths until my racing heart calms. Outside, the sky is inky black. There's no need for me to check the time. What a pain. I rub my temples and such in the dark, then turn on the light, yawning as I get out of bed. After all, I'm the person who can't return to sleep once waking up. In such a way, I'm compared to lying on my bed, wasting my time. I prefer to wake up early and do something productive. Especially today. It's going to be a long day, and I better start preparing now. I grab a random jacket from the closet and put it on. Entering the bathroom, I splash cold water on my face to refresh myself. What is happening? What? I was gone for 5 minutes. This was a flashback. We were dreaming. The tiger in the mirror was bloodshot, puffy eyes, and looks exhausted from insomnia. White shrieks run through the orange fur in his temples. Oh? How long has it been since I last dreamed of you? Why now? We look a lot older as well from the picture before. Like, we look a lot older, actually. Never mind. Perhaps those thoughts of those days lead to the dreams of night. I'll get myself together. Oh? Wait, I thought that was going to be the drama, but turns out no, there's like something different going on. Oh? Pushing open the bedroom door, I subconsciously drawn by a faint glow from the living room. A tall, somewhat large collie sitting cross-legged on the couch, wearing Bluetooth headphones, concentrates on the TV, turned on at minimal brightness. I furrow my brow. Lulu? The border collie's ears twitch at the sound of my voice. He turns, tilting his head in confusion. Good morning. You wake up early this time. You remember to take your pills? Before answering his question, I walk straight to the fridge as usual, grabbing an energy drink. Finally turned to face his watchful eyes. He's just like me for real. He's just like me for real. Waking up at like super early in the morning and then immediately down in an energy drink. That is so like me for real. That's not even funny. Holy moly, dude. That's crazy. I did, but it didn't work. That melatonin pills you asked me to give you. Yeah, to buy give me a headache even worse than the insomnia. Maybe I should skip them. At least a little pick-me-up is almost enough to power me through. It's been 2 weeks since she started taking the pills. Shouldn't have built a tolerance yet, let's say. What's really going on? Woke up to the couch, poking Lulu's head with my still condensing energy drink. Forget about me. Shouldn't you be asleep right now? Why are you here watching TV? Lulu doesn't move his eyes from the TV, answering in a flat tone. She's not tired. Are you saying you wake up as early as I do, or stay late all night? I think you're expected to hear the former. Unfortunately, the reality is the latter. Sighing, I step by the couch, vigorously ruffling the big doggo's head. Obviously, remember that we have something really special to do today. Lulu keeps his eyes focused on the TV, replying in an unchanged tone. Yes? You still choose to stay late all night? Personally, I think this won't affect my mental condition. Means you're ruffling. It hurts. I would believe that you wouldn't be tired after staying up all night. Wish I could have had good sleep. You just wasted it without appreciating the privilege. Check the time if I were you. Lulu picks up his phone from the couch, glanced at it, and then turned his attention back to the TV. 5:30 a.m. Not bad. Since when is that not bad? Still haven't answered my question from earlier. Don't try to change the subject. Hey Strawberry, how you doing today? Just having fun. We're playing a Chinese indie furry visual novel. And not much from that aside. I wrote a little bit of the next script for the Monsterfucker Alien script. Speaking of a little bit of a side tangent, but like, I'm writing this script right now, and basically the idea for the setup for the video is like an alien / researcher. But I don't know if I want to make the alien to be a researcher as well. I started writing this like as like an alien researcher studying another researcher, like kind of like a mutual research kind of situation. But I don't know if I should make the alien more like bestial, basically, more like primal. What do you guys think for like a monster fucker? Do you guys want like a proper researcher, or should I go like more monster like more like actual monster? What do you guys say? Because I feel I'm leaning towards like scrapping this idea and just like going more monster. But you know what I mean? I don't know yet. What do you guys say? But that's currently what I'm writing. Why do you always refuse to answer the question? Is it something embarrassing? Stop overthinking. Of course not. The border collie raises his head and staring at me with wide open eyes. Fine. Ruffling my own messy fur and mutter slowly and awkwardly. It's nothing embarrassing, just? I sigh deeply. I just dreamed of G.E. Hearing that name, Lulu's eyes dim, losing their luster. Silence settled between us before he breaks it slowly. Perhaps G.E. knew it would visit him today. So he decided to come up in your dream and say hello. Who knows? Perhaps. I shrug and turn my attention to the TV. Well-known but outdated science fiction film, it's plain. One that Lulu and I have watched many times together. So you choose not to sleep just for that? For a movie we've seen countless times? Firstly, I choose not to sleep just because I'm not tired. Secondly, compared to trying new films which may not suit my taste, I think rewatching a classic one is a wiser choice. Even if you say that. I switch off the TV with the remote from the corner of the couch. Immediately, the dog turns his head back, shooting me a disgruntled look. I return him the same kind of look. No matter what movies you want to watch, you need to go to sleep now. Today's the day when old friends gather after 8 years of separation. You're telling me that you didn't sleep for the whole night? You really on Yao to laugh at you for dozing off? He wouldn't dare. Whether he dares or not. Go to sleep right now. Hey Ray, how you doing? What game are we playing right now? We're playing a Chinese furry visual novel. It's a really complicated name, so I keep forgetting. But it is like it is kind of like a drama vibe. It's a BL drama, I think. It's very interesting. Monster. Should I go Monster? I'm kind of leaning towards Monster as well. Gotta go so soon, boys love. Well, you can watch the stream after on YouTube if you want. Jing Bolao's train arrives downtown at 2 p.m. And with a taxi ride, he'll probably be here around 3 p.m. I'll meet him at 4, so get some rest right now. Remember to set a 3 o'clock alarm before you sleep. But Lulu's remain leaning on the couch, wagging his tail slowly and blinking up at me with an exaggerated innocence. As far as I'm concerned, maybe I shouldn't go to sleep. Do you hear yourself? You know that according to scientific theories, insufficient sleep is more detrimental to one's mental health than no sleep at all. You still have 9 hours until 3 p.m. How could that not be enough? Busted. Go to your bed now. But Kyan, don't make me repeat. After seconds of staring, Lulu finally surrenders. Above all, he knows I'm the person who rarely gets angry, but if I do, something severe will happen. Understood. I shall go to my room now. Hey, Catty. Back with Semifield Topoki. What is Topoki? Hey, Sharky. That doesn't sound very healthy. Yeah, it doesn't sound healthy, Sharky, for sure. He's a sad boy. He's a very sad boy, isn't he? And he stands up, hunched into his shoulders, and slowly moves towards the guest room. Hey, Felicia. Going so soon. You just arrived. Why are you going so soon, Felicia? Stick around a little bit longer. He stands up, hunching his shoulders, and slowly moves towards the guest room. Then I beckon him over. Come here. The large dog, nearly a head taller than me, approaches with his head hanging low. Tiptoeing, I ruffle his head roughly yet affectionately. Sorry for being harsh today. Cut me some slack, will you? After all, you're the only one amongst my childhood friends who chooses to stay around me. Just make me worry less sometimes, okay? Lulu nods and returns to his room. After a while, he reaches out his arm to for his room, waving his phone, showing me the alarm set, and quickly withdraws his hand back through the crack. Good. At least he's actually going to bed. Satisfied, I decide to do some personal things. Within 3 minutes, I hear the door crack. I turn around to see the black and white dog peeking out guiltily, looking my way. What's wrong this time? I'm kinda hungry. Can I just have my breakfast before going to sleep? Unbelievable. I sigh, defeated, then wait him over. Fine, come downstairs. But don't wear your slippers. It was raining yesterday. There's still puddles on the streets. Lua's ears shoot upwards in my response. Nodding rapidly, he quickly grabs my hoodie from his hoodie from the room and slips out like a shadow. I pick up the keys from the shoe cabinet, open the door, and follow him out. Tteokbokki is a popular Korean traditional food. It's stir-fried rice cake made from gaeteok, a long cylindrical glutinous rice cake. Sounds tasty. Hey, Mazukin, how you doing as well? Welcome, my friend. I love to eat that. I love Korean food. Like, I think the only food that I didn't really vibe was a few Arabic ones, but like very few specific plates. But everything else was like really tasty. I kind of want that now. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go to sleep or something. Not feeling super well. Okay, Sharky. Hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. Alright. Guess we're going out to eat before doing the thing. Also, this novel is also doing the smart thing that I told of like using pictures instead of like drawing backgrounds. I'm glad that people are taking that. I think that's like a smart thing to do. This dumb dog can piss me off just within a few sentences. Has been my childhood friend for about 20 years. Just like the rest of that noisy bunch. Said that his wealthy parents, both sharing the surname Luo, fell in love while traveling in Egypt. To commemorate the fateful encounter, Luo was given such a bizarre name. Hometown Kua Town, where he still lives, is classified as a town but rivals a small country in size. Luo's parents run several large hardware factories here, making them among the wealthiest in the area. Their assets even extend through the Bailing province. That's why after Luo's return from studying abroad a few years ago, he regularly worked as a manager at Luo's family business at Kua Town, instead of applying for a job at other megacities. Living in such a family must be good, at least to spare him the nightmare of job hunting. And besides, he works hard at his job. I wouldn't be surprised if he earns a high salary. But still, I glance at Luo's beside me, waiting for the elevator. He's wearing an expensive Bluetooth headphones, eyes closed, tapping his foot by some unknown rhythm. Those branded headphones probably cost about 10,000 won? Ridiculous. What is 10,000 won? Can anybody like do a quick Google so we can know? What is about like 10,000 won? I think if I'm not mistaken is... I don't know exactly how much that converts. Does anybody know? Watching him enjoy his music, I can't help but tiptoe and ruffle his head. How annoying it is to ruffle this oversized dog who's a head taller than me. How does one get this tall? He obligingly lowers his head, enjoying the ruffle, then removes one headphone to look at me. What's wrong? Nothing. Just bored waiting here and wanting to ask you something. Of course. What do you want to ask? Well, didn't ask yesterday because you seemed off when you reached my place, but... Did you fight with your parents again? Yes. Came here for refuge again? Right. I thought you came here early to prepare for today. The main reason is... Once I'm upset, I just want to come here and find you. Aw. Cringe! About $1,000? That's crazy. God damn. Damn, $1,000. I thought it was gonna be like 100. God damn. Okay, he is rich. Okay, never mind. Jesus Christ. Okay. God damn. Cringe. Just stating the fact. I think so. After all, there are many friends in Kua Town who put up with an unannounced visit. Because he promised I could crash at your place whenever I wanted. I was upset. That was over a decade ago, but I've never broken that promise, have I? This promise traces back to a summer afternoon during our second year of high school. Lolo's, after conflicting his parents and struggling to face them, ended up hiding out at my home for the entire day. That's when I made this promise. Do not just visit. Those things cannot be placed at your home. Limited edition consoles, model kits, and so on. I've already filled up my guest room. Not even mention that top tier PC and 3D printer. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody thought I was running a model studio at home. God damn. Damn, that should have been me. What the fuck? Has consoles, PC, and a 3D printer? That's everything I ever wanted, dude. I'm so upset. Damn it, he's rich. God, I'm kind of jealous of the fucking dog. So in turn, I hope you can follow my words and at least eat and sleep regularly when you're with me. Okay? Ask for your permissions when buying those items. Model building has always been a hobby since middle school. And I was always in charge of the prop preparation for our drama club. So what? Does that mean anything you want? Stay up all night, constructing models, playing video games, or watching science fiction movies just to find inspiration? Holy fuck, he's so cool. Holy fuck, that sounds like such a fun life. That should have been me! That should have been me! It's the furry art conditions. I suppose that is. Well, I bought the TV and computer for your home. Don't change the subject. Also, why is he the one that, like, sleeps super late and we're the ones that have, like, bags under our eyes? Fuck me, I guess. The elevator door was open and Lulu steps in first. I guess he just sleeps late, he doesn't sleep little. Ruffling my head helplessly, I follow him. Listen, I won't force you to get up at 5 a.m. for the morning exercises where I ask you to go to sleep before 10 p.m. like your mother does. A basic sleep and regular meals are mandatory, otherwise your health will suffer. Yeah, I know. You better. I sigh, unsure if he truly takes my advice to heart. After 20 years of knowing each other, I understand how stubborn he is. Guess I still need to keep an eye on him. Oh, by the way. Back to the original topic. What are you arguing with your parents about? Same as always. I made some demands I would never accept. Such as? Is it gonna be Mary? Is it gonna be Mary? Plenty. But I don't want to say. Oh, is it gonna be... My drummer. They want him to get married. They want him to get married, but they don't accept the best friend. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Did I call it? Did I call it? Place your bets now, chat. Place your bets now. Also, hey, Venom. Finally got here. What am I joining into? A drama furry Chinese novel that is actually really pretty. But it's kind of like... The translation is like 90% there. Hey, Nori. Hey, silly girls. You're a little bit late. You're a little bit late. I'm glad to have you here. But yeah, we're reading BL furry visual novel. Here's what I think. I think Luo's parents want him to get married and probably have like an arranged setup with like a woman, but he's gay and they don't know. So he's just like always like focusing on his own things. Kind of has a crush on the best friend, but I think he might not reciprocate because they're kind of on the friend zone. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you have like friends that you've been friends for way too long, you kind of like know too much, like get involved romantically, right? But I think the drama of the parents is because he wants to they want him to get married and he doesn't want to marry whoever they want. In conclusion, I want to save up money through the model commission so I can finally become financially independent and escape from my parents. Financially independent? Good idea, isn't it? First, you should probably stop squandering your money. Forget about your console and kits for a moment. Has the income from your part-time job ever covered the cost of your 3D printer or a top-tier computer? Oh, maybe perhaps. It's covered about a fifth the cost. You're really sure you can live off your model commissions? Honestly, I know your parents do require a lot from you. The job they offer you is quite good. If you decide to escape from your parents, you won't find such an easy job again. You should think twice. You need to pay for those benefits while enjoying them, which I cannot afford. Yeah, your parents, something. But hiding out in my place every day isn't a solution. Walua lowers his head, staring at his shoes. Unusually, he murmurs slowly. At least staying with you makes me feel much better. Oh, 100%. The parents don't accept the fact that he's gay. 100%. I don't need to know. I pat the back of the emotional dog whose age doesn't matter his height. Fine. Come and find me whenever you want. Remember our agreement, right? I will. Got a haircut with bangs? Looks better than I thought. Oh yeah, silly girls. Glad you're enjoying the bangs. Yeah, sometimes you just find a style that clicks and you're just like, all right, I guess I'm living with this now. How long is this elevator ride? I don't think it's that long. It hasn't been that long. I see Lulu smile again, swaying his tail slowly. Feeling a light scratch against my palm, I reflexively open my hand. Lulu's hand then holds my hand tightly. What's wrong? Nothing, I'm glad. Thank you. Oh, the elevator dings. Watching this unusually stoic border collie flush slightly, cannot help but grin. Since when do you say thank you? Anyway, the elevator is here. Come on. Oh. I see how that is. I see how that is. You see it? Do you see it, chat? So tired, I woke up from a nap during the power live. So 5 hours ago. Have fun. Oh, you're going so soon, Venom. I thought you were going to be sticking around a little bit longer. Does remind me of another BL you never played. The ones with Riddle with Dreams, Dreambound. No, I don't think this has anything to do with Dreambound. Dreambound was like way more serious and like much less like romantically involved, I think. Dreambound was much more like mystery focused. This one is more like very much like focused on the romance, I think. Don't you think so too, Chip? Here, spring dawn is a bit chilly, especially after yesterday's rain. Wind mixed with moisture rushes over us as we step out, causing Lulu's and me to shiver. Just 6 a.m. and the sky is still dominated by dark. But a small town like Hua and many breakfast spots are already open. Hell yeah. A little bit of a breakfast date. We find a steam bun joint near my home. Since it's early, there aren't many people, so we quickly find an empty table. The first batch of steamed buns isn't ready, so we place our orders first, but then return to our seats with the bowls of plain congee. As the warm congee gradually fights off the lingering cold, we feel much more comfortable. We drink on plain congee silently, waiting for the steamed buns to be ready. The joint owner enthusiastically carries over our steamed buns to the table. Lulu and I thank her and start eating. The bottomless dog, as usual, orders 7 or 8 steamed buns, wolfing them down at the speed of 2 bites each, swearing to still happily. He's just like me for real. Oh my fucking god, he's even a foodie as well. This fucking dog is just like me for real, dude. I'm so... Is this me? Holy shit, dude. He even like eats fast as well. Like I have an issue where I like eat way too fast, which like is not good for you because it makes you fatter. You know what I mean? I have no appetite. After a bite, I set my steamed buns down and pick up my cell phone instead. Just now you are lecturing me to eat properly. And why aren't you barely touching your food now? I don't know, I'm just not hungry. If I'm correct, you feel nervous about the reunion today, right? I don't know, maybe. After all, we haven't seen each other for ages, and I had that dream. It just makes me feel like something big is coming. Willow picks up another steamed bun and takes another bite. After carefully chewing and swallowing it, he finally speaks. Nothing is gonna go wrong. We are still good friends above all. I just can't stop worrying. If something does go wrong, even good intentions could turn into a disaster. We're no longer kids. We'll speak out if anyone feels uncomfortable. In fact, you don't have to keep taking care of us. He smirks, teasing in a calm tone. Unless you're enjoying it, Boss Kian. Damn. No more of that name, okay? I don't mind if others call me by my nickname, but if it comes out of some rich guys like you, it's really ironic. Lulu shrugs, laughing, his teeth gleam under the dim breakfast joint light. Raising his eyebrows, he counters. You called me young master several times now today. You called me young master. Alright, we're even. I think this is supposed to be the Chinese one, because, yeah, in the English, he didn't call it anything. I scratch the back of my head embarrassingly. His nickname traces back to my ridiculous name, Kyan Lukai. Once I realized that all the characters in my name are tied to currency, I always wanted to complain about my parents' obsession with earning. Until later, I knew that all the relatives in my family have their names in the same style. Anyway, my parents haven't made a fortune yet. They live in the Changmu city where Kua town is located and have left me an old house there. The name caused me a lot of trouble, especially about that nickname. The nickname is so widespread that when I joined the high school drama club with several friends, they anonymously chose me as president, responsible for managing the funds. It said something like, you must be good with dealing money given your name. Annoying. Nevertheless, I accepted the role and managed the funds properly. So, which in turn reinforces the stereotype. Perhaps that's why I'll eventually become an accountant. Noticing my discomfort, Lua smoothly changed the subject. No more jokes now. Anyway, spend more time together than apart. Something has already subliminally become part of our habits. Relax. If you worry, maybe the real concern is that Jin Bulao forget his luggage on the train for the second time. Hopefully not. I wish everything goes well, just as you say. The conversation then shifts to a heavy topic, to the trivial matters, while enjoying our breakfast. Halfway through, Luo yawns. Looks like the old saying, full belly keeps one's head sleepy, still applies. Even the so-called no-sleep saint idiot dog. I check my phone, it's already 6:30. I toss my house keys to Lulu and tell him to get some sleep. Then, riding a shared bike, I head to the bus station. So you found out this dog dressed up in your outfit? I don't think so. But my finger would hawk Lou on accent. Oh, it's a shame, Lucy. Put it on running water. It helps the bird. Oh yeah? My hose is close to the station, less than half an hour away by bike. I go to the market again, bargain with vendors, and fill my fridge with food before heading to the bus station. By the time I reach the station, it's nearly 8 a.m. and check the schedule. The earliest bus will arrive about 10 minutes. There's a long distance between Chengdu City and Kyoto Town. There are no subways or regular buses available to get here. One must strive to take the nearby obsolete coaches. Fine now, a full belly keeps one's head sleepy rule applies to me too. I find a stair to sit on, close my eyes and zone out. Young Liao Liao's motor mechanics in Chengdu City is busy, so he rarely returns to Kyoto Town. Generally, he wouldn't be here for a 3-day vacation. Didn't even return to Kyoto Town last Spring Festival. But today is different. As I enjoy my daydreams, I suddenly feel a tap on my shoulder. Shocked, I turn around to see a stylishly dressed hyena smiling at me. Morning, bro. Hey, Ling Yao Yao. Young Ling Liao Liao. Reaches out his hand and pulling me up. I brush off my pants and give him a once-over. Something's different. Noticing my stare, young Liao Liao shifts uncomfortably. What's wrong? Anything weird? Soon find out the difference, so I point my finger to his left eyebrow. What's that? You mean my eyebrow piercing? Wow, that's hip. Our reception mentioned hyenas like this style, so I decided to give it a try. Gotta admit, it was really cool. No wonder you got your ears pierced in high school. Honestly, seem gayer than me. That is fucked up. we are gay. Like, the main character in the story is gay, and he's like, dude, you look gayer than me. You look gayer than me with that pierce. That is so fucked up. That is crazy. Oh fuck, that's crazy. I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god. Hey Solar, how you doing as well? Hey Nutska, how you doing as well? So just want to say that I've been following your TikTok for a while. Thank you for making those streams and posts. You're a really good VTuber. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for coming over to YouTube. I hope you come around every day. I do stream almost every day, so you can always check out the scheduled streams. That is crazy. Yao Liao Liao rolls his eyes. That's because of your ridiculous dressing style. Look at that sack you're wearing. You're just an elder in that coat. Who cares, as long as it's comfortable. During the summer vacation on our 3rd year in middle school, I came out to Zhengyi and Young Liao Liao. Since then, you often joked around me about it. Aw, I love bro shit. Dude, I love when, like, stories write, like, really good bro stuff. You know what I mean? It's, like, very rarely you see, like, dudes acting like such strangers around each other. But this is the kind of bullshit that you would say to your friends. Like, come on, dude. It's like me being a bisexual man, like joking around my friends, being like, I don't know, dude, it's kind of sus. Hey Casey, how you doing as well? These casual conversations bring me back memories of the old days that we spent together. We grin and then the jacked hyena yanks me into a hug. We haven't seen each other in over a year, right? I missed you so much. After all, somebody vanished last year. Should at least gathering you with your old friends, even if you don't really want to visit your relatives, okay? Alright, my bad. Young Liao Liao slings one arm over my shoulders, ruffling my head roughly with the other hand. So, is this a touching reunion after being apart for so long? I think so. Oh yeah. Today we got some big missions, just like in some anime. Let's go. First, stop teasing me just because I'm short. Nah, we're kind of close bros if we don't show some love. Young Liao Liao tightly wraps my arms around my shoulders. His arm around my shoulders. This idiot is literally killing me. Oh, bastard. I can't breathe. Young Liao Liao immediately releases me, nervously peering at me. After confirming that I'm not dying, he pats my back and bursts out laughing. Damn, you really did scare me. Come on, you're the sturdiest among us, okay? Stop scaring me. Put on this disgruntled expression, theatrically fawning myself with fresh air. No, not even me can withstand your odors, okay? Leave me alone. The smell of engine oil and smoke is choking. Really? See this hyena wearing a backwoods cap and all. Black biker outfit, showing an embarrassed expression. He raises an arm to his nose, sniffs, and then looks at me with confusion. I don't smell anything. I changed my clothes and showered before leaving home. And I never smoke. Shouldn't be any reek if I'm not wearing uniforms. Of course not, because I'm kidding with you. You bastard. Let's get in some back as well. Why do I hear young meow meow? Is there a meow meow? I can't hear it. I can hear it if there is. No, I think that is not on the game. Young Liao Liao punches me with his wrist-guarded hand, which I dodge while laughing. Alright, no more jokes. Welcome back. I open my arms and give him a big hug. The hyena's body stiffens briefly, then wags his tail happily. As our reunion should be. By the way, where's our big idiot? Still enjoying his dream? Worse than that, he stayed up all night and just fell asleep now. Really? All night again? Won't he just drop dead like that? Where's our dear boss Kian? Did he even keep him in check? Like I could control him. He would even come here and pick you up if I hadn't forced him to sleep. Classic Lulu. Actually, I was so excited last night that I was a bit sleepless. But I managed to rest this morning. Seriously? Sounds like something a pupil would do. What? What? Can I miss you after all this time apart? Yeah, okay. How you doing, Kindred? I'm doing good, my friend. Just chilling. Very chill day today, so just like the usual routines. So not sure exactly what I'm gonna be doing for the weekend. I want to do more Truth or Drink streams with like people, but I don't have really anybody that I could invite to drink today. So, you know what I mean? But we can probably do something as a community if I don't think of anything special. You know what I mean? A bit of a chill weekend is still okay with me. I was even thinking of like relapsing because I saw the Discord notification to play League of Legends. And I was like, no, I'm not relapsing. Get away from me. You know what I mean? Hey, Amy. How you doing as well? First time in the chat. How you doing? Yeah, it's a really funny, it's a really interesting story, isn't it? Yeah, you'll arrive around 3 p.m. So we'll meet at 4 p.m. Nothing special before. Did you eat breakfast? Already had some with Luo Luo. But if you're still hungry, we can find a nearby restaurant. Knew you would ask that. Pulls out an empty bread wrapper from his pocket and shows it to me. See? Already ate. Small bread for someone your size? Are you sure? Oh, I don't care. I usually skip my breakfast during work days. I suggest you break this bad habit. It's better for your stomach. Mornings are always hectic, so I'd rather sleep than just eat breakfast. Besides, I'm not like that poor dog who leaves under your watch. No boss for me. Fine. Whatever I say, you won't listen anyway. Suit yourself. What are your plans for this morning? Let me see. Probably have something to do after lunch, so you guys might have to wait for me a bit. If it's your uncle or not. Yeah, they asked me to come over after hearing I was back. I look at him with concern. That doesn't sound like good news. Young Liao Liao sighs and pulls up a worried expression. Well, they helped me a lot after all. Though I'm not keen on visiting them since they asked. I owe them that much. I gently pat his shoulders. Relax. Maybe they just want to see you. As if my aunt is just cold towards me. And my uncle? Oh, visit without a motive. That's him. Fine. Forget them. Today we finally get together again. We should enjoy ourselves. Young Liao Liao nods, breathing deeply and slowly. After a routine refresh, a smile returns to his face. Shrugging, he says, "You're right, screw it." What's the saying? Cross the bridge when you come to it. No ways to deal with it. Enough about them. Where should we spend our time, just the two of us? I check my phone, it's barely past 8 a.m. No idea. It's probably too early for many places to be open right now. Right. Let me think. Young Liao Liao tilts his head back, rubbing his chin. After a moment, he raises an eyebrow. I got an idea. Want to revisit our past? Huh? Yeah, League of Legends isn't a good choice for the weekend. I've gotten away from League of Legends. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to relapse. You know what I mean? It's like hard drugs. You know what I mean? Like, no, can't go back to League of Legends. No. You know what I mean? Dye my head black while watching you. Really? Hope it looks pretty at the end. Hell yeah. I've never actually dyed my hair. Not even once. Pure Town Second High School was the best high school in town. I wanted the top in Chengmu City. Of course, it's almost our alma mater. Though it's still vacation, many classroom lights are on. For high school students preparing Gaokao, that's normal, just like we did a decade ago. But unlike before, the convenience stores near the school have changed several times. Such as breakfast stall where you used to buy the scallion pancakes, which have been replaced multiple times before becoming a chain bubble tea store. Kinda lame. Young Liao Liao buys 2 cokes from a nearby convenience store. He tosses me one, disappointed. Even the cokes are more expensive now. Oh my god. Bro. The story is feeling very relatable for a furry Chinese game. I'm so for real with you. It's like, yeah, remember when I used to buy Coke for like 50 cents to $1? Oh, it's almost like $5. At least where we live. I don't know. It's not in dollars. You know what I mean? Are you just like, oh man, we're getting old. Things are expensive. Life sucks. Price seems to be climbing everywhere. Bullshit. I swear this stuff was only 250 yuan back in school. That was 10 years ago, wasn't it? After such a while, many things have changed completely. Young Liao Liao opens his Coke and takes a sip. Takes a sighs contentedly, then points at the school ahead. Also, I find it very funny that they're saying Coke. Usually you would have like legally distinct Coca-Cola, I guess would just... I mean, I suppose Coke is not really the trademark. But, you know what I mean? Isn't dyed my hair for cosplay? Surprisingly fun. Want to do it again? I've never once dyed my hair. No, Nuska. Never once. I think the only time that I've ever done anything like radical to my hair was quarantine, which I let my hair grow out, which is what I'm currently using today. But you know what I mean? I've always, for most of my life, I was always like a short hair guy. You know what I mean? You're wrong. There's some things that remain unchanged. For example, our school still looks like a dump. Looking at the busted railings, feeling like we're acting tears behind bars or some shit. Did you not jinx it? Seriously though, it's been over 10 years. Why doesn't the principal construct some new buildings or refurbish the old ones? Maybe the inside has been upgraded, like installing some touchable blackboards in every school. I've heard about those installation plans since we were at school. 10 years later, they must have been achieved, right? Who knows? I guess our principal, that old miser, still won't spring for it. Speaking of school, why does he put so much effort into clubs? Guy pinches pennies as if his life depends on it, yet funds clubs and launches art festivals every year. Impossible, right? Maybe he just wants to promote the whole student development thing. Gotta admit though, the clubs at our school are brilliant. Few high schools in our province run clubs as well as ours. Young Liao Liao grins, flashing his teeth. Looks up both admiring and nostalgic. Those clubs were incredible, especially ours. Sounds like bragging, but our drama club made history, right? Yeah. Oh man. Back in my day, a scoop of ice cream was only 50 cents. Now we have thrice that price in some places. Back in my day, we didn't even have internet. It was called buying a CD on the magazines to get some cheap old games. Back in my day, we didn't even have computers. It was called, like, what was it? The Tiger games? That was like the video games that like mom used to buy for me before like getting a console. To be fair, my mom did have me like very young in life, so like, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't exactly well off when I was a youngling. Call me Nastya. This is sad when I hear my nickname in my native language between people who don't speak it. I mean, Nastya. Is that bad? How do I pronounce that? You can tell me how to pronounce it and I'll pronounce it properly. Back in my day, we had to walk 50 miles to school, always uphill. No, that's not the case. First computer didn't have an internal memory. My first computer had 20 gigabytes. 20. It used to run Windows 96. It was a 20 gigabyte computer, I think. I think that was. I don't know actually how much storage that was. But like, it was rough, let me tell you. It was roughing it. You know what I mean? I couldn't even, that's funny because like back when like MMOs were a thing and the internet started to like be good, I used to play, all of my friends used to play WoW, but I was one of the few guys that played Ragnarok because it was like a 2D, like 2.5D game. So it used to run a lot better than WoW. So if my computer was a little bit better, I would have been played WoW for like most of my childhood. But I ended up playing Ragnarok. You know what I mean? I dream of 20 gigs, lol. Dude, my iPod, which was a fake Chinese one, used to be 8 gigs. And that was like, I was balling in high school. You know what I mean? Like going up with like a fake iPod and like in my school with like 8 gigs was like, dude, you have like 3 albums on that thing? Dude, you would be so balling. You would be so balling. Like every single break, people would like crowd around you and listen to music. It's not even, it's like, you know what I mean? Got a PC in 83? That's crazy. No. My first PC, my first like proper like personal computer was like a Windows XP. It's like a Compaq, I think. It was like a really kind of shit. You know what I mean? Funny thing is, I still have my iPods. I don't. I sold everything. I actually repurchased an iPod. I got it at like a thrift shop for like very cheap, and I tried to fix it myself. I broke it. Broke it even further, so you know. I bought the things, but I couldn't like the iPod like Touch was one of the few that is like glued, so I just kind of broke it, and I'm sad now. But I do plan on like fixing it. You know what I mean? Because like I'm really nostalgic for that kind of stuff. I think like out of the things that I got it for like either thrifting or just like I think I have a PS1, PS2, which I didn't have the PS1, but I did have the PS2, N64, which I'm still mad to my mom to this day because she gave it away and mine was like a special edition one. Then PS3, Xbox 360, and original Xbox, which I was catching up on like games, that kind of stuff. All thrifted, all like getting into like deals and stuff. And fixing it myself sometimes. Like the PS2 that we fixed it on stream, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But most of the time, Natska? Netka. Not Nastka. It's Netska. Okay. So Netska. Okay. I mean, you can, you know, whatever. Well, I'll call you whatever you want, really. Sometimes I don't get it wrong right per se, but I do try my best, you know. Didn't get a cell phone until I was 18. No, I did have a cell phone because it was like one of those cheap Nokia ones, but it was good because both of my parents worked like full time. So it was good to know where I was. But you know what I mean? Aside from the game Snake, it wasn't really like something good to play with. It was really just like a where are you now kind of thing with your parents. Despite coming from a small town, the plays were created were truly interesting. Zhang Bilal, the friend we'll meet this afternoon, always came up with witty yet meaningful stories. Jane Yi, our director, could spot the tiniest flaws and offer perfect guidance, helping everyone perform at their best. When Li Liao took the stage, his acting skills could easily stir the audience's emotions. Lulu's genius prop level and set designs even took us to perform in the Chengmu city and then in the province. I really miss those days. When Jing Yi encouraged us to attend the same high school, we joined the same club. I never expected we'd go this far. We put that drama club on the map. Are they still performing the script we used at the Chengmu City Gala? Well, after all, it was penned by Zhang Bilal, now the best-selling author. Fair. Wonder if the seniors who handed the clubs over to us regret it, knowing how well we did. Who the hell knows? Would just pass the club to the freshmen and then leave. Initially thought the club was dissolved. Sounds like a plot some Japanese anime about idols. Same, isn't it? But both involve performing on stage. Performing. Things hadn't gone sideways. We could have performed at the provincial theater as well. As of Hada's old workplace, right? Still remember how excited you were back then. Shame. Yeah, damn shame. I turned to look at young Liao Liao, who lowers his head and stares at the ground desolately. Noticing my gaze, young Liao Liao quickly puts on a careless expression. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. Are you okay? Yeah, really. Just a little sad. It's all over now. I know, but they still get to me sometimes. Not a big deal though, just passing thoughts. Are you sure? I hope so. Yeah. Hey Jazzy, how you doing as well? By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do share with your friends. Share it on Discord, bring your friends in. And if you can, do leave a like. Helps us show up more on the front page, so I really appreciate if you do. You know? We had a family computer, then inherited it when I was 12. I got a better family computer, then I have a learning disability, so using a word processor age 10 for 1990 for school. Oh yeah? Yeah, for sure. Didn't get a phone until I was in 7th grade. I was about like 6th grade when I got a phone, I think. Which was just like a cheap like Nokia one, just like call me whenever they wanted. Back against the walls of residential blocks, we face our high school. The place filled with vivid memories. Young Liao Liao absently kicked the wall with his heel and then sighs deeply. Then his lips twitch before he mutters, barely audible. Just, you know. Today we're here to fulfill a promise made 10 years ago. Couldn't help but wonder if Jing could be here. Of course about this thing. I pinch my forehead and exhale deeply. After easing the tightness in my chest, I respond slowly. It's all over now. Can't change the past no matter how much we dwell on it. Just need to move forward. We all need to embrace our new lives. Yeah, embrace our new lives. Right, but whatever. The wind howls, stinging us. Feels like anything I say now might be inappropriate. Honestly, I don't want to say anything. Jing Yi is our childhood friend, a striking white wolf with sparkling golden eyes. He was outstanding academically, charming and annoyingly energetic most of the time, yet extremely reliable when needed. A guy everybody loved. Met 20 years ago, from toddlers to stumbling around in split crotch pants to high school classmates sharing a classroom. We shared hobbies, studied for the same university, and even stood on the same stage. And then... oh? Guess he died. Yeah, I was assuming that he died from the dream, but like... pretty much makes sense. Young Liao Liao and Li were involved in a car accident. On their way home, a drunk driver served them on the sidewalk. Jin Yi reacted fast and pushed away young Liao Liao, allowing him to survive at the cost of a broken leg. While Jin Yi... It happened right after we celebrated our 10th anniversary of our friendship proposed by Jin Yi. We hadn't decided on our performance script for the provincial theater, and our team dissolved suddenly. More misfortunes followed. We barely spoke after that, leaving the drama club to run the classmen. It wasn't until nearly university graduation that we slowly accepted those griefs and reconnected. Though those shards still exist, waiting to pierce someone whenever he recalls the past. Like now. A long silence until young Liao Liao shakes his head, breaking the awkward atmosphere. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought this up. Shouldn't have killed the mood. That's okay. I miss him too. Really, really miss him. After all, you two are always the closest. Practically glued at the hip. Damn. Never mind. Sorry. I'll punch you if you apologize, okay? I have told you it's not your fault. You also had a hard 10 years. You tried your best. Young Liao Liao stretches exaggeratedly, forcing nonchalant back to his face. My bad, my bad. Whatever the hell I'm doing. Bringing the mood down on a day like this. Anyway, let's go find some food. I shake my head silently before reaching out, pulling him into my arms. Young Liao Liao stiffens at the first, but then leans into the hug, resting his head on my shoulder and whispering in my ear. Jesus. So sappy. You know I can't stand that. So many words. Listen, Young Liao Liao. You don't need to pretend that you're fine in front of me. If you're hurt, I'm always here waiting for you. I'm not pretending, just... fine. Young Liao Liao replies quietly, tightening his embrace. This one carefree guy, after enduring so many hardships, has learned to bury his wounds deep, which makes me a little sad. His comforting hugs won't last forever. After patting his back, I let go. Remember, if you need to talk or want somebody to relieve pressure, I'm here. Even if I can't fix everything, talking might help. Fine, I'll try. Hope it helps. Since when do you get shy around me easily around me? I remember you only stammered when you like girls, right? None of your business. You're such a commentator on trivial things. Hey, Takino, you lurking as well? Oh, yeah? About the 3DS? My dad had one. I didn't have a 3DS. So, in the times of the PSP and the 3DS, I got a PSP. Because a friend of mine also had a PSP, so we got the same, so we could share games in between. So I would get a game, and then I would play it, then I would finish and send him, and then he would send him his games to me. That's kind of what we got. Although, like, to be fair, as a console that I find myself, like, going back to, I always prefer the DS. Because DS games always have, like, a little bit of a unique thing to it, while PSP is just like a... You know what I mean? It's just like a regular, like a console like any other. Which is like, at the time, I thought the PSP was cooler. But like, as an adult, like, objectively looking into it, the games were a lot more diverse. You know what I mean? I think it's like a kind of like what you grew up with. Same thing with like the Wii, I think. I think the Wii, in comparison to like PS3 and Xbox, is a lot more interesting to like go back to. Because, you know what I mean? It's also Nintendo. Nintendo, say what you want about Nintendo. Nintendo games like do always hold up the test of time. You know what I mean? Sound like you're living on this game. We're a Nintendo family until Final Fantasy jumped ship, and then we became a PlayStation family throughout these days. I bought both a DS and a PSP. I do have it. I actually got it. Mostly to like embrace like certain things. I think you know what I mean? Like, as a guy that like enjoys talking about these kinds of things, I think it is good to like, you know what I mean? Like diverse my repertoire. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing. Anyway. I've played so many hours of Tetris on my old Game Boy. The OG Game Boy is still something that I think is like pretty tight. You know what I mean? I never played Nintendo games. Oh, not Sky. You're missing out. You are 100% missing out if you... Oh, is my internet okay? Oh, I had an instability there. Okay. But you 100% should like check it. You're missing out if you are. What are you guys thinking of the game so far? I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm gonna save here and like talk to you guys a little bit. Let me save. Save. There you go. Now we can close. It's quite an interesting game, isn't it? Quite an interesting game. It's got a lot of mystery, and the artwork is very pretty, isn't it? I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like a much shorter game, but I kind of digging it. What are you guys thinking of so far? It's got a lot of BL energy, which I think is very funny, because like there's definitely the hyena guy I think is definitely straight, but I think the wolf and the dog used to like share like a crush, and now that the guy died, they're like kind of like he's still hung up on the ex, but I think the dog has like feelings for the guy. What do you guys think? I don't like bittersweet stories. I don't think this is bittersweet. I think this is more like, it's kind of bittersweet, but not in the sense of tragedy. I don't think it's going to be a tragedy. I think it's more along the lines of like dealing with like grief and like, love. Saudade is the word in Portuguese. It's the love that remains, right? It was pretty awesome. So awesome sauce so far, even and it's a BL, so even better. It is true. It is true. But you know what I mean? What do you guys think? I want to hear your feelings. I always like trying these like wild card games because you never know when it's gonna be like an amazing story and when it's gonna be like a questionable game. But I'm quite enjoying it. You know what I mean? If you guys want to see more, I'd definitely like to see more as well. But I think the story is better with your voice, Kindred. More emotional. Oh, dude, it makes me happy that you enjoy Natsuka. For sure. So far, the game is kind of cute. That's across border shopping. Speaking of which, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? We could do some more VR chat, but you know what I mean? I don't know if I want to do back-to-back to like so much VR chat like that. I mean, I don't know, baby. There is going to be next week, there is going to be more Love and D Space events. So I think we are going to be playing some more Love and D Space after. But, you know what I mean? I'm enjoying the game, but there's so many names. I wish they called each other for nicknames. I think that is also something as well. You know what I mean? Because they always like, I think it's like how they call themselves. But, like having like a shorter nickname, like just one of the names or something, might have been like better to adapt. Because they are adapting a few things to like the English dub. So having like an English nickname, I think would be like, and I'm not saying like an English word, but like one of the words, one of the names, like you a lot of times you saw me calling just like one of his names. You know what I mean? I think that might be better. To be fair, like they do say that it is a work in progress, this Chinese game. So like, you know what I mean? I'm also like writing my own visual novels. So like these checking out these indie novels is like always nice to. It's always nice to like learn more about it. You know what I mean? Like get some inspiration and just like see how people are doing as well. I have like an idea for the future that I want to use. Like I want to merge some 3D models into my story. You know what I mean? Watching house for watching 2 houses till the 23rd. Hey Lottie, how you doing as well? Welcome. Well, what do you guys think? Anyway, let me switch back to just chatting on Twitch. So we can go. I quite enjoy it though. I do think it is quite enjoyable. You know what I mean? Yeah. The fact they use the first and last names or every speech bubble doesn't sound correct. Yeah, there's a few stuff that I can tell that like it is like they're just like translating one to one. So like for example, like I'm surprised that a lot of the mannerisms are very well translated, but certain things would be said differently. You know what I mean? Like certain mannerisms, manner of speech. It is very good. Like don't get me wrong. It is like the quality is very good for what you would expect. But you know what I mean? Is the anniversary stream next month? Yes, next month it is going to be the anniversary of the channel. I still have no idea what the fuck I'm going to be doing. It's probably going to be like a big event, a big week. For the subathon, I mean. But yeah, I probably have to make some plans for... I'm also waiting on the Twitch thing because I did apply for like a front page for the anniversary, which they are only going to cut... Like, I'm going to keep my plans flexible. So if we do go on the front page, then I can rearrange stuff. But yeah, I am going to be planning. I'm going to be sending a lot of messages to my mutuals to like next month. I can find out some stuff and, you know, all of them look very fluffy. The artwork is very good. Like you can tell it is like they took a lot of effort into like handcrafting this game. With like the artworks are beautiful, like genuinely beautiful. You know what I mean? Aside from that, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's like quite a kind of interesting little game. Don't you think? I quite enjoyed it. Got so hyped up to the third, not bad. Hey Wolfkey, how you doing as well? Oh yeah, we do have the anniversary of the channel coming up soon. I'm very excited for it. Very, very excited for it. What do you guys would like to see? What do you guys would like to see, like, next anniversary? Like, to invite and stuff like that. If you guys have any plans, 100% just turning game for this game. I mean, I'm bisexual. I've always been. I know I date Nyla, but like, I've always been bisexual ever since I was like 24. Been like what, like 5 years, 6 years? You know what I mean? So like 23 actually. Don't know to sure. I'm 28 right now, so like 22, 23. Hey Bomb, how you doing as well? But yeah. Even though I do have a first son, I'm not that much of a furry as well. So like, you know what I mean? Gotta keep that in mind as well. Gotta keep that in mind. Maybe weekend plans are always clean and hiding from heat. Doing great things. It's been a fantastic stream. Have you been watching? I don't know if you were just like lurking here. I quite enjoy though. I do love trying out these like indie games because you never really know what you're gonna expect. Like sometimes the game's shit. You know, sometimes it's like a little shitty game, but like a lot of times, like you saw with this one, it's got quite an interesting story. Like it is a very like indie games tend to be very modest, but you know what I mean? Like it's not like something that you would expect with like Black Myth Wukong or, you know, Expedition 23, which is technically an indie like publisher. I usually when I say like indie game, I mean like indie, because a lot of people say indie game and then they say like Expedition 23, which is, you know, kind of not on the same vibe. You know what I mean? I think that should be like an indie publisher. I think there should be like a difference to that. You know? How's your back doing on knees? I mean, just the usual. I suppose I could like do a daily check, a posture check. You're 29. I'm 28, 29. I'm gonna be in October of this year. I'm going on 29. So I'm currently 28. I guess. A lot of people get surprised. You know what I mean? It's funny because like my voice has always been kind of really coarse. So like before people would be surprised. They're like, oh, he's 24? What the fuck? He's so young. And now I say I'm 28, 29. And it's like, oh, what the fuck? He's so old. You know, time passes, I suppose. I'm pretty all right with my age. You know what I mean? Like I've always considered myself quite an old head. So now I'm just like minding my own thing. And then like all the people that are 40 in my chat are gonna be like, shut up, Kindred, you baby. 20 is nothing. Wait until you get to 33, 35. It's always like this. I suppose. I'm always happy the age I am. You know what I mean? Since now I've been living my best life. So, you know what I mean? Nowadays I just really... really do what I want. You sound 32, 33. Well, it's not that far. You know what I mean? 4 years difference. You're like, when you say like, oh, you sound like 40. You know, like that's 20 years. Or 15, I guess. But, you know what I mean? Like saying like 4 years, my voice is not going to change that much in 4 years, I think. I think it's like pretty solidified in a way it's going to be. You know what I mean? Old versus real life old are two different things. I suppose that is just TikTok. Like on YouTube, I definitely don't feel that way. Like people on YouTube are much like my audiences are a lot older on YouTube than they are, for example, like on TikTok or something like that. So I think it's just like TikTok the thing that like, you know what I mean? I think it's just TikTok the thing that like people usually, because like TikTok definitely has a lot of Zoomers. So like you say like, oh, I'm 28 and they'll be like, what the fuck? I'm 12. And I'm just like, why are you watching my videos? Do you not have like parental supervision to see me like yelling and saying like swear words like fuck and like talking about titties? And they're like, oh, I guess this is fine. You know what I mean? That's crazy. When I met Kinder, I thought you were the same age I was, right? I mean, you know, not that far. You know what I mean? I always consider like 4 years, I think, is like an age range. After 20, right? Like when you're 18 and you're walking around like 16-year-olds, that's weird. But like after 18, after 21 actually, 18 is also kind of young. But like after 20, like 4 years difference become not really that much. You know what I mean? It only starts becoming kind of a difference after 6, 7, 8 years. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like that's where it becomes like kind of a big difference. But even then, like I've hung out with people that are 35. You know what I mean? A few of my friends, my cousin that I used to like hang out all the time, he's 4 years older than I was. And he doesn't feel like he's walking around with a baby. You know what I mean? So it's just like how old are you? And like, You know what I mean? The older you get, the smaller that like age difference becomes like when it comes to like relatable stuff, relatable experience. Hey, boy, I mean, don't know, my parents are monitoring this stuff. Why are their kids on Twitch and Discord? I mean, I think it's just like checking out their phone every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of service they're hanging out, what kind of things they're doing, you know, like taking care of that kind of stuff. I think it is something that you should take care of. I think it is something that you should take care of. My parents, for example, they do, because like when I was younger, they definitely didn't supervise me, but they kind of like now have me, and I'm pretty on par for like what is going on in the internet. So, but they definitely do supervise like what my is it the son of my aunt-in-law, I think. So they do supervise and like, hey, like, is this game online? Does this game need a credit card? Like, what the fuck are you doing over there? And I find it very funny because like I could bullshit my parents a lot more because back then they didn't know like what the fuck was going on. So nowadays, because they know and they have me and they kind of gotten more like used to it, they like the new gens can't bullshit them as much. I find it very funny, just, you know, not sure if I came across. Currently 35 myself, somebody in my late 20s feels the same age to me. Late 20s, like 35, I think is like, you can still kind of vibe. You know what I mean? If it was like somebody like me who was like 28, I think like 35 was still kind of in the same ballpark. If somebody was like 40, we could still hang out. I definitely like hung out with like older people in like bars and stuff. But it's kind of where you start like feeling the generational, like generational gap. But like, again, it depends on the, I say like 4 years or like 6 years you can kind of stretch. Depends also like on the cultures. Like for example, I wasn't like too much of like a rock person per se. But you know, if it's somebody that like watched like anime, for example, in the 90s, then you could have like more of like, depends on the culture as well, you know, to share the similarities. I'm mature for my age, apparently. That's never changes. I feel like people are just being bitter. I've always been called immature since I was like 14. And to this day, I still am. I don't think I'm immature. I just think I'm like a nonchalant kind of guy. So, I don't know. Hey, Juju. How you doing? So I feel an old lady, like 21. You're a baby, Ju. Don't worry about it. You will look back at yourself now and you would be like, oh my God. Don't worry about it. But looking back at my 20s, even like 24, I was like doing a bunch of dumb shit as well. You know what I mean? I only really like started like solidifying my frontal lobe after like 24, I think. That's when I'm kind of like, okay, now I think I'm pretty set alive. You know what I mean? I did the whole teen thing, met a creepy college student off the internet. Thankfully it turned out okay. He was such a good kid. I told my parent about it after it happened and told him. I was grounded from the internet. That's crazy. When I was a kid, I loved playing dress-up games. Accidentally claimed Cross the Nazi for work game. I feel like that happened a lot in the thousands, because I did too. It's wild that they did put it on the same category. Like, let me see if I still have Click Jogos. Do they have like an archive? Let me find if I can find an archive. Let me see if I can find an archive of the website that I used to play. So, there you go. This is the website that I used to play. It was just like a bunch of Flash games. Do you see how this is the website that I used to play, right? And there was like a bunch of like, you know, like Sonic games, Mario, drag racing. And then right on the front line, they would have erotic games and like a picture of fat titties. This was a site for children in the early 2000s. Can you see how crazy that is? Back, they changed it after a while. They definitely changed it after a while. But like, dude, who allowed this? That's crazy, dude. I still can't believe that they just put it like right next to puzzle. Like erotic. It's wild, dude. It is wild. And yeah, Habu Hotel as well, Ragnarok, which was like an MMO as well. But money allowed this. I don't even think it was money. Because like these ads sure wouldn't make. I mean, I'm sure after a while they like started making a bunch of money. But I'm certain like the guys that were like hosting this, I think just wanted to play video games. Because it didn't even, you saw the page, it didn't even have that many ads. Like there was a few for sure, but like Let's be honest, that still happens. I think like nowadays it doesn't happen that much because like platforms are kind of like on top. You know what I mean? Like when it happens, I think it's more along the lines of like Roblox, where it's like edgy teens going on the spaces. Like for example, I think like a lot of teens, like 16, 17, 18, even 20, go on Roblox because they used to play Roblox, but they're like 20 now, 18, 16, and they start like saying like a bunch of dumb shit, right? Like talking about like swearing and you know, talking about like perverted shit. That's where I think the most of it happens nowadays. I don't think like Roblox would even like, or any place that the kids platforms will like allow this kind of stuff. That's actually something that I saw a video of. What was it? It's like a video that I saw on YouTube talking about like kids spaces online. Wait, where is it? This video right here by Izzy. She was talking about like there's no more like spaces for kids, and I think I know the reason why. The reason why is monetization. There's a lot of laws now that like block you from monetizing as hard with ads as it used to happen, because kids don't have money, right? Kids don't have like money to like pay cash or anything like that, and even if they do, they have to like ask their parents. So a gacha game where somebody that's like in college would make a lot more money, right? But I think there were some people speculating on like safety, and it's like because adults nowadays don't know like what a kid's website's for. That's not the case. That is not the case, because adults are not playing like fucking like the games that kids are playing Roblox, for example. You know what I mean? I don't think adults are even playing Roblox at all. But like even like young teens and young adults are not playing that kind of stuff and engaging with that kind of stuff, right? I think the reason why is monetization, because it's not profitable to do that anymore as it was back in the 2000s. It's the same reason, for example, why you see it on YouTube, right? There is some people back in like 2016, there was a boom for like YouTube for kids before like YouTube Kids changed the monetization as well, because people would do like Lego reviews, toy unboxings, like, you know what I mean, like cartoons for kids, book reading for kids, because they used to generate the same ad revenue, and it still do. People still do that. Like if you go, there's a bunch of like YouTube channels that you see very targeted for kids. You know what I mean? Because kids will be like on their phones like 24/7, boom, 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 play it on like repeat. And that's a lot of ad money, right? But even if it is reduced, even if it is restricted, it's still like a lot of money for that kind of stuff. It's monetization. It's always monetization. You know? Children don't have money, so they can't really like, they really can't like monetize it as hard. You know? And I think that's the reason why there's no children's spaces. And the fact that there's no children's spaces leads to kids to go on Twitter, kids to go on Instagram, and that exposes them to like dangers. I think the approach that TikTok had is actually a really good one, where TikTok, if they identify your profile as like a kid profile, they won't block you, but they will block like a bunch of content that they flag, and you become invisible on the platform. So there is a lot of kids, for example, that will be on TikTok, but their account doesn't show up until they are like 18 plus. You know what I mean? Like that goes for Facebook, that goes for TikTok. I don't know about Instagram, and I don't know. I know the YouTube as well also has the YouTube Kids, which you can set up, and I think that's how it should be, because nowadays on the internet, like there's no like websites. People don't go on websites anymore. Like rarely ever you see like something like Club Penguin become popular again. Like a Club Penguin game would be popular on Roblox, for example. It's never gonna happen. YouTube Kids and the like, I think, is like the best alternative that we can get, at least for the time being. You know what I mean? Where it's restricted, the ads are super restricted, so you don't get those weird. Like you remember if you're online enough, you've definitely seen those like weird Elsa videos that were like very weird, like very sus, right? Well, people like, you know, because there is gonna be like content for like teens as well, which is like very different from content to kids. Like when we say like content to kids and content to teens is like completely different. Like teens, you can have some swears, you can have like some like, as long as you're not talking about anything risque, which is not my case. I'm not for teens, I'm for adults, right? But like even then you could have like a little bit more lenience. But definitely think that there should be a lot more restrictions than, you know what I mean, than there is now. But it's mostly monetization. It's the same deal for... Do you want to know another thing? It's the deal why McDonald's. Do you wonder why McDonald's is like not colorful anymore? Like rarely nowadays you see like a McDonald's that has the old style, like the clown and the toys. They'll still sell toys because even adults buy toys. Nyla loves McDonald's toys. But they're not themed as a restaurant for kids. And rarely ever do you see, unless it's like a mom and pop shop, you see like a restaurant that is like themed for this kind of stuff. And it's restrictions as well. You can't advertise food with toys because you're like coercing kids to desire your product by buying them off with like a toy. So you can't do that anymore. So McDonald's like just begin like moving away from that and becoming like a more profitable generic food place, right? Just think of how many websites you like. If you're like from 1996 and upwards, think of how many websites you used to go. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney, Fox Kids, right? What is it? The Girls Go Games, or the ones for female audiences as well, like little kids, right? And that changed because of monetization. It's all because of monetization, right? I don't know exactly how. Neopets, dude, Neopets was crazy. Like Neopets was like crazy popular. You know what I mean? Like I think it was like I think it really was Roblox actually that like marked that change of like, you know, the marketplace kind of stuff. Because even Minecraft is like a game that people used to like play with their games or single. You know what I mean? Girls Go Games also so sus. Really glad that isn't the thing anymore. That is also true, you know what I mean? There's like, it's not to say it's all good. Like, I mean, I showed you before the website that just put erotic games on a website for kids, right? That's crazy. But again, there was no like legislation, so they could do whatever the fuck they wanted. They changed it because I'm probably sure it got a lot of backlash. But that exposed me as a kid, right? And I'm not saying that's good. You know, definitely should have some legislation. So, you know, there is some positives to having like centralized spaces, like for Roblox or social medias, right? But I think it should be like again, I think YouTube has the right idea with YouTube Kids, where you have like, not Twitter, like fuck Twitter, right? But if you're gonna have like TikTok Kids, right? Or TikTok Teens, or I don't know, think of like a marketable name. Where, or even just like this, where they like flag the account as like as a kid, and then like, all right, cool, you're not gonna be showing up on the public. You are gonna be like watching like some like cool science facts or like video game stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying like video game stuff like different from like, again, also a thing that YouTube does great is YouTube. When you have a channel on YouTube, you have to say, hey, is this a channel for kids? Like when I make my videos, I have to click off, this is not a video for kids. Don't put this on YouTube Kids. Put this on regular YouTube, right? And I think that is also the right way to go about it. Say like, hey, if you want to make content for kids, you can do it because it gets a lot of views. Because like if you make like those gacha videos, for example, like my cousin will keep playing those stupid fucking gacha videos that are just like slop videos, like copied and paste. With like some text. I find it very funny because it's like the most stolen ass video. They just like copy and paste the video, make a few gacha characters of Sonic or like, you know, like any popular franchises, and they'll add like every 5 minutes they'll add like a chat bubble of, oh, it's the characters reacting, not voice acted, no anything, and they will get so many views, like replayed over and over and over and over and over again because the kids will be watching this. I'm so for real with you. I am so for real with you. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I want to search for this because I don't want to have this on my feed. Is there an anonymous mode that I can like search for show you? I'm not gonna do it anyway, just to prove a point. Here's Sonic, Gacha, React. Look at this trash. Look at this trash. I don't know. If this is some kid making it, then whatever. Like, right? Again, don't mind. But if it's just an adult making, this just feel like stolen content. It's so. Where you have like, where is it? There you go. you have some like gacha characters of like Sonic or a few others, like Knuckles, Tails, and they'll add some text every few seconds or so. This one is actually not even that bad. They did write a lot of stuff, but it's still like very low effort. And they're just stealing popular TikToks and putting the things to the characters to react. And I'm just like, brother, at least dub the videos. It's so low effort. I swear to God, dude. It's sad, dude. It really is sad. Again, if this is some kid making it for fun, you know what I mean? Like, that's not the issue. But I'm pretty certain this is like some like young adult that knows how to farm these gacha videos. And we would just like steal popular TikToks and put like a popular franchise and just like spam those videos like crazy. Like, and I mean spam those videos. Like these videos. And again, kids will watch this on loop again and 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 again. It's crazy. It's crazy. Gacha life mini movies. I remember bringing that stuff. But if it's like something that is animated, again, if it's something that is like they animating and making like original content, I got no beef with that. I got no beef with gacha life as long as it's original content. I don't care how cringe it is. But this is just blatant theft. You are just stealing those videos. I don't care if you put like a little caption on the side saying the characters are role playing as that. That's not transformative enough. I'm pretty certain those videos, if somebody knew and would like go after, they could be copyright taken, every single one of them. You know what I mean? It is wild. It is wild how this is allowed. And again, this is something that YouTube should be on top of. Should be flagging videos that are being watched by kids, should be flagging accounts that are being watched. YouTube, I think, takes a backseat. Like TikTok will actually like look for accounts and will like flag them if they detect that you're like acting as a kid. But YouTube will be like, whatever, fuck it. If like YouTube will what they'll do is they'll say like, hey, this is the parents' job, which is technically right. I think this is the parents' job to like not let their fucking kids be walking around like unsupervised. But you know what I mean? The basically what they'll do is they'll say like, hey, if the account is not set up as a kid, we don't give a fuck about, right? Because these gacha videos are very obviously farming kids that are just like unsupervised on YouTube. But you know, it is very weird. It is very weird. I find that just blatant content stealing. It really is sad to see it. Also, I find it very funny that Nightbot has the second spot in the popularity chart in the chat. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You guys on YouTube, are you really gonna let Nightbot, which is like saying a message every 15 minutes or so, be on top of the YouTube chat? Come on. Really? Nightbot is my top fan? That's crazy. I think you guys can do a lot better than that. Come on. Come on. Hey, Kendall, you remember those like singing battle videos, boys versus girls? I used to watch those every single day. I didn't watch those. I think the only thing that I used to watch on YouTube when I was like very young was like Minecraft videos. Because YouTube wasn't that big in Brazil. You also gotta keep in mind I'm Brazilian, right? But, you know what I mean? Hey, Nani. Nightbot is too powerful. Nah, you guys gotta catch up. You guys gotta catch up. You can't be having Nightbot be the top of the chart. Like, come on. Well, I'm at work. Well, you are top one, Kate. You're the only one in the chat that is like over Nightbot. You're the only one that is doing better than Nightbot. And you're at work. That is like only telling people to like chat more. Anyway, it's about time to wrap it up anyway. Thank you so much for staying all the way until the end. Thank you so much for staying with me. My name is Kindred Spirit. I post videos on YouTube, shorts, all that stuff. If you haven't checked it out, go check out my YouTube channel. If you want to support me, you can subscribe on the YouTube memberships, Twitch subscriptions, or if you want the extra stuff, if you want the juicy stuff, you can go on Patreon. We have a Patreon where you can support me. Thank you so much for staying with me. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow, I think. Take very good care.